Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of OafDiscussions. I'm your host, Kid Swift. With me, as always, Mr. Brent.
Doing it for the culture today.
Yeah.
Shayna.
Just to be honest, all these girls look like a Build-A-Bay.
And Webb.
It looked like he died, and it's like, well, I don't care.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, all you crazy mofos out there in Oafenton. We got stars in the building today. Two guests, not one, but two. Now, you know the regular crew. We got Mr. Ham, Cheese, and Grapes, Mr. Gary.
What up?
You have the one and only Webb.
I don't care if it looks like I'm playing with myself. I'm getting my shakes out, especially if I got khakis on.
Yo,
You gotta
Do your thing.
You gotta do it. Man. You gotta
Do
do
your thing then,
We in a
man.
nice
Just don't
restaurant.
be shake weight.
We got. Like you said, we in a nice restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Just watch out for the splash
Listen,
damage, okay?
That's what I'm
Be
trying.
safe
That's
out
what I'm saying, man.
You all know me, Liquid, Mr. Brent. Not here right now, and I know you all were all at the same time. Shayna. Hi, Shayna. Yeah, oh, okay. Bump Shayna then. All right. That's how y'all. She's coming for your heads. I just want you to know that.
Everybody's getting it.
Now she's coming at your head, bro.
Right. Yeah.
real tough.
That's what
Specifically you.
That's what else. She can come see me. And if I don't catch this fade before the end of the episode by Shayna, let's get into our two guests. We have who seems to be running for guest of the most guest appearances on OAF.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
BTG.
Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Cuss. Shit, what are we talking about here?
Shit, I just wanted to know because my wife ain't here.
Oh, shit.
I gotta get
that
these
shit.
bars out. I'm gonna
Talk
get
that
these bars
shit, man.
out,
I'll
man.
show you.
If you have hate in your heart, go on, let it out.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
We might piss some people off today. I put honey in my grits when we don't have sugar.
Oh wow.
Damn,
Yeah,
That's interesting.
That's real talk.
Consistency.
that's a new one.
Yeah, I mean niggas that put for you cats that put salt and pepper. You might not be able to come to my house that often.
Like, I'm trying to figure out if that's like struggle moment or if that's like you being extra fancy.
It's both. I grew up poor.
Now there's cats that don't. There's cats that hate people that put sugar in their grits.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And I've been trying to make
what's
sense of
wrong
that
with
too.
them.
I've been trying to make sense of it.
Right.
And it's niggas up north too. It's
Yeah.
Right.
like these and Meryl sit there, put their flag on that shit. It's
Yeah,
like,
right.
Oh, shit.
It's just like a
BTG, tell them where they find you at.
You find me in this kitchen putting honey on my grits. That's what it is.
And if you like grits, if you like honey on your grits and you want to vote for that man for president, get a BTG.
Yep.
Baylor the Great.
That's
Everywhere, I guess. Come to that Twitter thread and get your ass ripped up.
Oh shit!
I can see the smear campaign now,
Don't
too.
do it.
Right.
the person you're campaigning against.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this dude. He puts honey on his
Honey.
grits. Is this the man you want in office?
Right. Yeah. It's like one of those
Hey.
cleaning commercials where somebody's just like fumbling with a bottle of honey in the kitchen, like no, and then like it falls in slow motion.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
This would've
Yo,
never
he's gonna
happened.
have like his clapback is gonna be the David Chappelle. I'm rich, bitch. Eating a bowl of honey in his grits.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But now,
Yep.
one guess could have been enough, but I made sure we found another man out there in these podcast streets doing numbers. We got Big Dave
Bow.
from Chicago, from the
Yeah.
Chi-Town, the Windy
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Talk to him. Tell him where you're from. I mean,
Wait,
tell him
all the
podcast.
places he just said. That's where I'm from.
Podcast. My bad. Tell him where your podcast.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
We are not
Podcast
adult.
is ballsports.com. BAWL. You have to say it like Avery Johnson says it. Bow.
Yeah.
Ballsports.com. You can find us there. We're everywhere. iTunes, Stitcher, wherever. If you tune in media, we're there. We there.
My game's like Avery Johnson.
That's right. Ask the bow, Derek Williams. Ask the bow.
Right. He says sometimes my game's like Spreewell because it just chokes shit out of you.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Drop 22 though. So it's all good.
yeah.
Hey, bro.
Mr. Avery Johnson.
Yeah.
The word is ball.
Ball. Yeah.
B-A-W-A.
All right.
Ball.
He said, "No, I got it."
That's what he
said,
said.
"That's what I said." Right? Yeah. Oh, man. What's going
Shout
on?
out to
Everybody?
Avery
How's it
Johnson,
going?
Shouts out to Avery Johnson.
Welcome, guys.
How you been out there, man? Big Dave, how you been out there?
Man, I'm lovely, bro. I appreciate you having me on this show. I am a music fiend. It is my crack. So it's good to meet other addicts and have this, Music Anonymous meeting right now. So
Yeah.
it's good, bro. I'm doing great though.
That's why we got those
Dave,
aliases.
can I
Yeah.
ask you a quick question?
Exactly. Yeah.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Come on.
Are you an MJ or are you a Prince fan?
Let me tell you,
Jesus Christ, man!
that's a
He just threw a grenade.
That's what I like. That's what I like to hear.
The war begins. Grenade.
I'll say this: I believe the greatest album of all time is Thriller.
Oh my God, we best
And
friends.
I think, but at the same time, if you go to my personal Twitter page, you're gonna see a picture of Prince, because I remember when Mike passed, it didn't affect me. When Prince passed, I had to leave work and go in my car and cry. And like that was a man. Look,
No, I think you cried because he was the last of that draft class.
no, man, it was Prince. My sister even called me. My sister was a huge Michael Jackson fan, and she knew how I felt about Prince. And she called me. She didn't call me when Mike passed. I called her. And when she called me about Prince, she was like, "You okay?" And I'm like, I need a second. And I didn't, it just, so it's hard. It's really hard for me to choose between those two. But I do think Thriller is the greatest album ever created. But I think Prince is the baddest musician, period. Like,
No, he just made pancakes better than MJ. That is it.
Oh boy.
listen, man, Prince.
We doing that? We doing that? He made pancakes better?
And he could hoop.
You know what I'm saying?
He could hoop though. I mean, he ball. I saw MJ ball against Mike. He was getting work.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
Computer
come on, he
blue?
went up against Mike though.
Come on. Computer blue?
Prince will score 8. Prince will
Yeah, but, but if you and Prince was best friends in high school,
right.
you're not taking anything from his wardrobe catalog.
No, I take a lot of his charisma and a
It
lot
was
of
the
his
80s, baby. What you mean?
Yeah,
Man.
I take it now,
This is
bro.
what they do, man.
Ain't nothing killing that Thriller jacket.
Yeah.
I'm about
He had
this
grown men-
playing basketball with
grown men
Prince
walking
with that
around
mesh half shirt.
with-
Yeah, right.
we had grown men walking around with red jackets with 1,000 zippers on it and high water pants and glittery socks. And
I'm not gonna
you
wear
had
the pants,
ten
Dave. I'm not
over-
gonna wear the pants. I'm gonna wear some throwback Lakers shorts with that jacket.
No.
Damn, Castle, penny loafers.
He said, "I'm not wearing those pants."
You was putting nickels in your penny loafers. You know what I'm saying? Because Mike had you rocking penny loafers.
They
That
were
has not been
shiny
fashionable.
pennies.
It wasn't fashionable before Mike, and it ain't been fashionable after Mike.
Well,
Mike's
after Eddie Murphy and Delirious.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Those are the only two that have been able to pull off Mike's look.
You know what I'm saying? We
exactly.
ain't rocked the penny loafer since. Nobody.
Well,
can rock the-
Michael Jackson was the only dude who had his own hotel room as a teenager in the middle of the night and broke up a fight. What? He broke up a random fight
That was
Between
really
two
specific.
between two different gangs. He had one room. Nobody's in his living room. Okay. He had one room. And I think he had a Mickey Mouse shirt on. And he went down there to that subway station and
Oh
he
my
stopped the
goodness.
fight.
I was like,
know the
really
people
trying,
at all.
I was like, I don't know none of this. None of
Yeah,
this.
I was like, wait a minute, I missed that.
Quoting
Like,
videos?
So that's what I thought. I was like, is this the plot for
You better
Bad?
run. You better do
Hey,
it.
that's what I was like.
he said, "Is this the plot for the video bad?"
Just beat it. Better beat it.
That's
He had them
hilarious.
grips in there rapping.
Man.
Oh
Hey,
my
man.
goodness.
But then
That's
Michael
funny.
had blanket.
Yeah.
Yo,
Now we're moving on.
yo.
Yeah, do it for the kids.
Moving on. Moving on.
Do it for the kids.
You know what I'm saying? um, Gary, how you been, man?
I've been good, brother. Same old shit, you know. Work's been pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. Been putting in them hours on that Mon hunt. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Other than that, same old same. I was trying to think if there was something else. Didn't nothing crazy happen at work this week other than some like random stupid shit, but that was about it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Ooh, random stupid shit is the
Yeah.
best.
I was like, you ain't out there fisticuffing?
No, it depends on the situation. It's one of those things. It's so funny because, like, in my job, I have to a lot of times put myself in situations where either a crime has just happened, or it's happening, or it's about to happen. So,
Wow.
in a lot of situations, I'm on like a scene or something like that, and it was
Bruce
funny.
Willis?
No, not at all.
Who you work for? Hey, who you work for? The FBI?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Get out the whole fucking podcast. Like, what kind of powers you got now?
Again,
this
this
is
why these
insane.
aliases exist.
Right, exactly. No, I work here in Kentucky.
Oh no, we know you work for an agency. We just trying to figure out
Yeah,
which one.
right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You work for an FBI agency or the Will Smith agency.
Right,
You
yeah.
gotta figure
I like the Will Smith one better. Yeah, I like
I work for
the
the CEEIA.
Yeah.
Nah, Gary's Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler, causing the crimes,
Yeah.
causing the crimes, so he can sit there and get stories on it.
I love that. That movie, man. That movie, yeah. That movie will make you
Hell
look at
no.
that job a lot different. That's for sure.
Oh, my goodness.
But no, yeah.
I might not make it through this damn episode.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
And we only on
Somebody
introductions.
was-
right.
I
Exactly.
know. I know.
This is usually where
Alright.
it just branches off into insanity.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you worked for the first 48 hours.
Right.
Yeah. I'm a cameraman for them. What do you say?
Sprinkle that crack right there. Go ahead.
Right. Get set up.
Gets me every time.
He said, you know why? He said, the first 48 is so important. He said, because after the first 48 hours, he said, they give up on that crime. He said, that shit happened on Monday. We're not doing that shit no more. Fuck that. We ain't gonna find out who did that.
Nigga, it's cake in the office, bro.
Right, yeah.
We
It
outta
was
here.
Jimmy's birthday. We ain't going outside no more. Fuck that. I was like, I'm good. But nah,
My
yeah.
wife out of town, man. We hanging, bro. Like,
Right.
Oh, man.
But yeah, other than that, man, same old shit.
Well, since this is another day in the office for Kid Swift. Webb, how you been?
I'm chilling, man. That's pretty much been it for real. I tried doing the little highlight shows let me try this again. I tried clipping the little highlights from the last episode. That is way harder than I thought it would be. Obviously, editing is tough.
Yeah, breaking those down. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
editing is tough, especially trying to censor the episode and go from there. So
yeah.
instead of posting it this week, that's probably gonna have to hold off until next week, and then this episode is gonna have to hold off till next week.
Yeah, just for inside baseball for the listeners, we're like trying to do like breakouts and edited versions for all the deacons and everybody out there who listen to our podcast.
You're getting that new stuff. You're getting that new shit.
Right.
But you won't hear shit because it'll be edited out when this comes out. So you'll probably get you're getting that new.
I love how you just made this harder for me too.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, this episode. This shit's gonna be this shit's gonna be
in other
edited.
words,
So this
y'all
shit and that shit and this shit.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Just
In other
leave out
words,
the
y'all
whole
didn't get those samples cleared, huh?
Right, yeah. That's a problem.
Pushing all them albums back.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It'll be out.
OAF, the return.
Yeah.
Dropping in August.
Marvin Gaye wasn't having it. Marvin Gaye's
agree.
estate wasn't having it.
Yeah, no, he said no, dude.
So I fucking got the flu.
Yep.
And so besides over here cooking and dying, and I don't mean cooking like on the stove, but like cooking internally and shit like that. What I did run across was a goddamn flamethrower by the Boring Company.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if y'all seen that BTG, Big Dave.
I saw it. Yes.
What'd you think about that?
Boring Company owned by Elon Musk, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I want one. I don't know why I want one. I don't have any use for it.
This is what I was trying to explain to them yesterday.
I have no use
Yeah.
for it at all. There's nothing I need to do with it.
No.
Those marshmallows. It's
I
gotta
mean,
be.
I don't maybe set my grill. You're like, oh man, we ain't got we need to get this charcoal going real
Man,
quick.
Fire pit.
I'll be right back.
If I knew
You
you,
know what I'm
Fire
saying?
pit.
if I knew
You
you
can always
better, I'd
start all
make a
the
Chicago
bonfire.
joke, man.
It would- it would be cool to be sitting with your girl and you need to light that fireplace and you don't want to get up because you got your arm on it and y'all sitting cool. And you like, yeah, right. You look at her right in the eyes when you do it.
Nuke them side?
Yeah.
Nuke side.
Just look at her right in the eyes and just point that to the fireplace like, there you go. You know what I mean?
But you gonna say it in your Teddy B voice because she gonna be like, I'll get up and light it. You be like, no. Watch this.
I'll light it. Right, yeah.
And then she be like, no.
The lights.
The DJ put the next to it.
Light a candle. Go. Oh shit! Everything's on fire.
Right, yeah. the dog walks in. The dog walks in. It's like,
he wasn't talking about flamethrowers and turning off them damn lights.
The dog.
But what if you could adjust the flames like you can adjust the shower?
Right, exactly.
Let's be real. Everybody's gonna
stream and spray.
Lighter, break that.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna
Spritz.
get 3 Christmas trees because we all hate taking our Christmas tree out. Like it'd be like December 28th, and your wife told you 17 times, Ronnie, take this tree out. Watch this. Just flame that shit right in the living room.
You got a new tradition. New Year's bonfire.
Yeah.
I do think if you're gonna have this, there needs to be some classes that come with it to show that you have to go through something.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? To learn how to actually use it before they just, give it to you. So I think that's a thing. That has to happen first. And background checks like they do with handguns and things like that. All that stuff needs to go down before they just handing out, blow torches to cats.
Oh, if they doing background checks, I can't get one.
No, you gonna get one. I mean, one's gonna fall off a truck. Don't worry.
Yeah,
one's gonna fall off a truck or off a train.
Hey,
or missing a serial number.
On the side note, my brother
your flamethrower serial number.
My brother used to make these. On the side note, my brother used to make these. It wasn't a flamethrower, but he used to collect these soda cans and beer cans.
When he say allegedly?
Allegedly, I did. I think I did. And then
No, he didn't.
And then you cut.
No, he didn't.
Hey, thanks for saving me though. BTS.
BTS.
So
come on, man.
You cut the top and the back out, and then the very last one, you just poke a little hole, and you put lighter fluid in it, and then you light it from the back, and it's like a big ass damage thing that you can create. But I wasn't there when he did it ever. When he made like 19 of them. But it makes a loud sound, and some flames come out too. Allegedly.
Those are alleged bombs.
So you need duct tape, Budweiser,
allegedly.
whatever type of soda you like, and you cut the cans out or whatever, and you duct tape, and then you do some damage.
I love how you were never there for any of this,
but know every step of the way.
The whole recipe.
Right, but he know exactly how to make the cake.
Now you need to
but he never put the cake in the oven. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I watched all this on YouTube before YouTube was created.
Yes, sir. All right.
Before YouTube was created.
Very nice.
You
I ain't gonna lie.
Put up a new tutorial, like each step of the way you put, allegedly you get duct tape. Allegedly you get this can. Allegedly.
This dude in college, it was somebody's roommate. He had like the paperwork to how to make like homemade bombs out of items in your attic. He just like gave me this like 25-page document thing. He was like, "Nah, check it out." And I was just
I'm
like,
not touching that with my hands.
Oh no, I definitely wore gloves. Definitely wore gloves on that one. But I did look and see all the ways you can make a bomb with household items and stuff out of your attic, and that was and I don't know whatever I'm gonna do with this, but
that dude is your best friend, ain't he? Because I would keep him close.
Hey,
and we just snitched on 2 people.
Hey, he's kind of like, how you got that person at work who, if anybody ever went postal, like I'm cool with them.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. It was kind of like that. Like you got to be cool with them, just in case. You just want that 10. You want that 5-minute moment. Like he's just like, yo, go ahead and take a bathroom break. Like, go ahead and go home for the day. All right. Now I'm gone. I ain't asking no questions. Like I'm like, okay, you be safe out there, and I'm gone.
You hungry, bro? You want to get something to eat right now? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
I'll turn on him. I'll turn if he say, "Yo, man, I'm about to set this thing off. You can go." I'm gonna try to be a hero. You know what? I'm tired of being broke. That's why. So I got to turn into criminal. As soon as he started letting off, I'm like, "Yeah, pass me that clip," and then I turn on him like a movie. It's all dramatic. Dun dun dun.
He's just laying down on a puddle of blood. It's like, but why?
Plot twist.
Like James Bond. Like it's gonna be a bad Bond game.
I gave you my
You ain't
extra
no
Lunchable. He said I gave you my extra Lunchable.
Oh, no.
Why have you betrayed me?
But now, if he anticipated it,
He's the
your clip
switch.
is empty.
Oh
Right.
yeah. That's so
You
funny.
didn't check the clip.
As he's dying, he's like, "Damn, man, I was gonna give you my flamethrower." I'm like,
No,
I could have had the flame.
Screaming off into the heavens.
Right, no.
Ladies and gentlemen of OafDiscussions, we do apologize if this episode puts you on a watch list.
Right, yeah, just so you know. Just open with caution. Open and immediately download. Do not stream.
No, watch this on incognito mode.
Yeah,
Please, this has to be on incognito.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a podcast that's supposed to be about music, and we're talking about flamethrowers and killing our coworkers,
Allegedly.
phenomenal start.
Well, allegedly, I didn't say anything about killing mine.
Yeah, what's
Oh,
the
yeah.
I don't know this R thing you're saying.
Yeah, we not French, man. We don't know BTS stuff.
BTS said that. BTS, you crazy?
BTS is crazy.
BTS is wild too.
Wow.
Last week, if you guys listened to the episode, we went and kind of predicted based on nominations of who we thought were going to win specific Grammys. After seeing the results and getting to see some of it, I pretty much felt like that we were pretty much off by a fucking mile.
No, we did terrible. We did terrible on most parts.
But the thing is, we made like honorable mentions that we kind of knew in the back of our head, always like Bruno will probably take this, Bruno on like a few of them. But I don't think we thought it was going to be a clean sweep and that SZA wasn't going to get anything.
I'm not apologizing.
At least from my
So Shayna, you hear it from me. I'm not apologizing.
I mean, you don't have to. She was right. There's no need for you to apologize. We have the egg on the face.
I don't. I stand by my decision.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
A recount.
That's fine. Yeah.
I want to recount. So
This is not going to
I wasn't shocked by the decisions. The only one, like you just said, the only thing I was shocked by was that SZA didn't win anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't, when the album of the year came out, I knew Bruno Mars was going to win. I had Bruno Mars to win it. Because usually, the Grammy has a thing where they usually award artists who've never won an album of the year Grammy. If they're older, they'll usually give it to them. I remember when Herbie Hancock got one. And I remember when a few years ago when Beck got album of the year over Beyonce.
Yeah.
They usually, reward older artists. So in keeping with that tradition, it tells you that maybe Jay-Z would have won this one as album of the year. But then I was like, well, this
some
is
Lifetime
rap.
Achievement Award type
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is rap music and stuff. And then I saw they pretty much gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award the day before the Grammys.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's okay. Well, yeah, he's not winning anything. But,
They gave this nigga a Rolex watch.
right, you know what I'm saying? They gave him a watch. Like, here you go, bro. Here go the crystal statue. Go on and hold that down. And
That's
I
how
was
he's
like,
feeling.
yeah, I'm like,
Dumbo.
he's
Dumbo, yeah, I guess I was calling Dumbo.
no way.
Now, one of the things, probably my one kind of like joking snub that I wish was actually in there, and then the other one that I think was actually like a serious snub, is I thought about it because, of course, Migos was nominated for was it Best Hip Hop Album?
There was rap performance. There was what else were they nominated for? Oh, Culture
Best
One
album.
was for rap album, I think.
Rap album.
Yeah,
Okay,
correct.
yeah. So I wish, I should say, that 2 Chainz's Pretty Girls Love Trap Music would have been nominated for something just because I want Chainz to get a Grammy, just because it's awesome.
I've never went back and listened to that album.
It's so
like
good.
I've listened to it once.
No, I liked it. It didn't make my list, but I liked it a lot. I'm a huge 2 Chainz fan. I like Chainz a lot.
Like I love
But
that one was really
it's
good,
just
and then the
this
ones
one.
before, yeah, like Daniel San Necklace Don and Hibachi for Lunch, like those are really good. But
Bass.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Now the other one that I thought was actually a snub, pretty much across the board, and I didn't even think about it until after the fact, was Sampha's album. The fact that it wasn't nominated for anything, I couldn't believe that.
That's shocking.
That album was excellent, and I mean, from a technical standpoint, writing standpoint, like pretty much everything that it could have been nominated for, the fact that it didn't get any really surprised me. But Now, moving forward from that, I know you're about to go through the other ones. The other thing that surprised me, too, and I think a lot of people kind of had the same reaction, even though it's happened before and it's kind of been a normal thing, but a lot of people were surprised that Alyssa Cara
won Best New Artist.
Won Best New Artist. Won her
They
album.
hating on my
bring that
boo
up.
thing.
Yeah, man.
Now, here's
She
the
didn't-
thing. Now, here's the thing. A lot, like, there's been Best New Artists that have had albums that have came out
Years before they
years
got nominated.
before, yeah, because the way they judge it is a certain way that lets that happen. But this one in particular, it kind of surprised me because I was like, man, that album came out in 2015,
Right.
and I feel like she's been out forever, but still at the same time, fine, whatever. I like her too; she's dope. But yeah,
But-
what was you saying?
Okay, well, I was gonna read off what the Grammy winners, and if y'all can remember what y'all predicted before I go off with the winner. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm not-
So, like for example, there was Rap Performance. There was Bounce Back by Big Sean. I know good and damn well no one figured.
fuck
Nope.
that album.
Not one. Nope.
I thought it was gonna be Bodak Yellow.
Yeah, I did too. I did too on
Yeah.
that one.
There was 444, the actual song,
Yeah.
not the album. There was Humble by Kendrick Lamar, and then there was Bad and Bougie.
I remember we kept going
I
back
had
and forth
Humble.
between Humble and Bodak Yellow when we were kind of trying to figure out.
Yeah, and it was Humble that won that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick,
That's
quick thing.
what's up.
What's up?
The sidebar, real quick. Have y'all seen that new Amazon ad that Amazon lost their voice?
You know,
Oh,
I
I
didn't
mean,
watch
not
it
Alexa.
yet.
Alexa.
Yeah,
Alexa.
I
lost her
didn't
voice.
watch. I wanted to save it for the Super Bowl, and I was like, I'll just watch it then. But yeah, I know about it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
I
All
haven't
right.
seen it.
Well, she's got a scene in there. She got a couple scenes in there in that commercial where
Who?
she
Cardi,
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Okay.
Cardi B.
Nice.
Yeah. You can
Cardi
almost
B.
say she might steal the show on that commercial.
That's what she
Okay.
do, man.
Nice, nice. Very
You know what
good.
I'm saying?
Cool.
But
Next-
all right, that was it. That was just my sidebar.
Next up was Best Rap Song Performance. There was Problems. I really wanted Crew to win this one.
Yeah, me too. That was the one I remember we were like, yeah, that would be awesome. Because that song is fucking great. That beat is
You're gonna
incredible.
hear this. Like that song's gonna be playing like years from now.
Yeah. So I really wanted that one to win too.
There was Family Feud by Jay-Z. There was Loyalty by Kendrick and Rihanna.
Which
and,
is like my
and Love Galore by SZA.
okay. Yeah.
So Loyalty ended up winning. I'm kind of surprised by that one.
Yeah.
Told you.
Best rap song, Bodak Yellow. There was Chase Me, Humble, Sassy, Story of OJ. Do you remember what you had?
That one I remember kind of going back and forth between Story of OJ and Sassy because one, I wanted Rhapsody to get one. Just because that would be awesome. And that song is fucking really good too. Not just because, but that song is really good. But then also Story of OJ was like my favorite song off that album.
It's an amazing song.
Yeah.
And Humble ended up winning on that one. And Best Rap Album, there was 444. There was Damn. There was Culture. Layla's Wisdom and Flower Boy.
I remember
You
this,
wanted Flower Boy.
Yeah, this was the one where when you were reading through it, I was like, okay, I want Layla's Wisdom to get this one. But then you said Flower Boy, and I was like, everybody get out the way. I want fucking Tyler's album. Because that album is constantly on repeat. Like
It's a great album.
Yeah, it's fucking, God, it's so
Who
good.
won that one?
I was hoping it was Layla's, but it was Damn.
Kendrick.
It was Damn.
It was
yeah.
Kendrick, yeah.
It was Kendrick.
R&B,
Okay.
R&B performance. Bruno Mars won for What I Like. SZA didn't win. She had The Weeknd nominated on that one. Then there was traditional R&B. Redbone won by that one. I kind of had a
Yeah,
feeling
that was good.
that,
I
that
like
one
that.
was
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
I can roll with
Incredible
that.
song.
Yeah. I
I
think
listened to it
everybody
an
was
hour
good.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody was good on that. And then the thing that made it even better was one, that performance that he did of not of Redbone but of the other song was fucking excellent. But then when they dropped the Apple Emoji commercial like right after, like right during the Grammys with the little alien emoji like singing Redbone,
Yeah.
You're
so
large.
it's so good, man.
And plus all the memes they had for that damn song.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's how Redbone sound at a barbecue.
Or yeah, how Redbone sound when a bank's getting robbed, or
It's so
Oh,
funny.
man.
all of
So
them
great.
shits, man.
So great. I love it.
And and plus the have y'all heard X Gonna Give It To You with Redbone?
No, I heard that one. I'll have to
Oh
check
my
that one
God.
out. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah,
Oh my god,
I'll have to check that
shit
one
was heat.
out. That's awesome. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
The Weeknd actually won for Starboy on Urban Contemporary. R&B album 24 Karat Magic by Bruno. Record of the Year 24 Karat Magic.
Yeah.
Album of the Year 24 Karat Magic. Song of the Year That's What I Like. Best New Artist, as we mentioned, Alicia Cara. She beat SZA, Lil Uzi Vert, and Khaled.
Khalid.
I had Khalid winning that one, actually.
Yeah, I actually kind of gave him a little bit more of a bump too, just because I know how big that American Teenager album is.
Yeah, and that's a good album, by the way.
Yeah,
that's a good, solid album. It's a good pop album. I was really surprised about it.
Absolutely. Cool.
Hold on one sec.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just
That's kind of hard. Hey, man,
That actually sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
No,
I was like, no more.
That's great.
Mm-mm,
Yeah,
I don't
right
know.
there.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel inside though. Like it's
feel good.
because
I'm confused.
you want to fight
You should
somebody
feel
and hug them
it's
at the
the
same
calm
time.
before the storm.
You did.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with that.
Cool.
Yo, that was
So-
crazy.
That's gonna give some play.
That's makeup
Yeah,
sex
I'm-
music.
Some
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I was thinking.
I'm
Like
sorry,
that,
girl.
Actually, look,
it's like you gotta smoke a
It's like you
joint
still
connected
mad, but
to
you
that.
trying to get that nut off.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. Yeah, that works. So I think
there you go. Now you have your new song for makeup sex.
Yeah.
There it is.
Now everybody's gonna get in an argument just before Valentine's
Just
Day.
for that, yeah.
Just like a play X.
So just to kind of wrap it up on that, I feel like pretty much I think we can come to consensus that we did pretty bad on our predictions. For the Grammys. Shout out.
I'm gonna say that for me, I did okay.
Okay.
I think I did pretty well.
That's
But y'all
good.
didn't have me then, so
Yeah,
it
no,
don't,
right. Yeah.
it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Yeah, we needed you to pad the score out, man.
Yeah, we did.
Big
Bring
time.
it up
Next
to
time.
average.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring up
Next
that.
time we'll
Absolutely.
get you.
Now,
Next go around, I'm here. I got you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys got a chance to listen to this, but going into something that will probably clearly be nominated for many Grammys next year is, I think so.
Shit's gonna flop.
Justin Timberlake's Man of the Woods. I almost said Man on Fire.
You should have seen my eyes roll right now.
I just made the sound of his eyes rolling.
Yeah, that's great.
I do not think it's gonna be any good, man.
So I know.
I'm not excited about this at all.
So I've
you
listened
don't-
to it 1.5 times. I think Webb's listened to it twice. Right?
Yeah.
It's one. I like it. It's
Okay.
very different from 2020.
Okay.
In a way, it kind of like dips its toe back into 2020 a little bit on some tracks, where it
Okay.
kind of goes back to it. But there's a clear influence of what he wanted to do as far as like being influenced by his hometown of like in Memphis, and kind of getting that southern mixed with pop, and even some like funky stuff, which is interesting. But it takes like it has a very strong. Now I don't like Filthy as much. That was that first single.
Oh,
come
no.
out. It kind of surprised me that was the first. That's like the first song out of the gate, which kind of that surprised me. But going from there, the second song is actually one of my favorite songs. So it was kind of an interesting turn. I don't know if this happened to you, Webb, but that was kind of an interesting thing that happened. Was I was listening to the first song and I kind of skipped it because I was like, I already know what this is gonna sound like. And I'm like, okay, I like the song, it's fine, but it's not as good. But then the second song was great, and then it kind of rolled on from there. And then in the middle, it kind of like there's a few songs I don't like as much, but then you get to the song with Chris Stapleton and Say Something.
Yeah.
Wait,
then it
Chris
kinda-
Stapleton is on there?
Yeah, he's got a song.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, Stapleton and him have a song called "Say Something," which is really good.
Hometown hero.
Yeah, hometown hero. Yeah, yeah. He's a Kentucky. Yeah. He's a hometown guy.
Lexington.
So, yeah, he's a
Lexington,
Lexington.
Kentucky.
Yeah, he's a Lexington.
Stapleton's
so
nice,
something.
man. Chris Stapleton's good.
Yeah, so it takes this interesting turn where it goes from that, and then it goes into like 3 or 4 songs that have a very distinct, almost different sound than the rest of the album, which kind of plays you out to the end. So you have this interesting tonal shift on the back half of the album, which made me like it even more because I was kind of in the middle. I was like, yeah, this is good. It's all right. But then it got to those like 5 songs from like Say Something on, and I was like, oh shit, this shit is like really good. And I could immediately, because I've said this on the show 1,000 times, if the production's there, most of the time I'm there. And then I'll go to like lyrics and songwriting second. But like if you get me in the door with the beat, then most of the time I'm gonna stick around and listen to it. But those have that going for it, and then they have pretty good writing going for it too. So then you get kind of that what normally doesn't happen, where on a lot of albums, kind of they peter out at the end. This one kind of did the opposite, where it kind of ramped up one last time and then it's over. But I see myself clearly like listening to like the second song, then going to say something and letting it play out. Is probably the way I see myself listening to this album, but it's good. I like it. But what do you think, Will?
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. That damn trailer to Man of the Woods.
Oh yeah,
had me leery.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I was worried that this was gonna be like a MAGA album for Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like here he was wearing like he went from suit and tie from 2020 Experience to rocking flannel and cowboy boots, chopping down trees,
running through
like
the woods.
I was afraid of a cross burning at the end.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's running through the woods like what's his name, like Cuddy, like Kid Cudi on the album cover. Where he's falling down the woods.
Shirt open.
Yeah, shirt open. No.
Looking like he
for the same reason he just explained. When y'all send me the show notes, I said, you know what? I will put my racism to the side and I will listen to this album.
And I hope he does too.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Somehow I ended up just listening to Red Cafe. I'm sorry, I don't have
That's funny. That's hilarious.
I couldn't even get into it, but you know,
that works.
Try it.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
On my second listen to this, it was like, this is out of my little rankings. Like we got platinum as the highest, gold, silver, bronze, and trash.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to put this at bronze.
Okay.
That means I'm gonna say it's
Break
trash.
it down then. Break it down.
Okay, so with the title "Man of the Woods" and like the whole preconception that this is gonna be like, oh god, is he sitting there trying to like?
It just sounds like an opera.
What, the title or the album?
Yeah, the title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a play.
I thought he was gonna sit there and go like, okay, I'm switching it up, Miley Cyrus style,
Right.
and gonna be more aiming towards country.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like there's a couple tracks where it's like kind of a little bit of influence, but you can kind of hear the influence of like him still hip hop, still R&B, a little bit of Latin in there as well.
It's one of those things. Let me say this real quick. It's one of those things where you clearly get the influence of Justin Timberlake being in the studio like, hey, look, Timbaland, Pharrell, I learned the guitar. And then Timbaland and Pharrell like, okay, let's do something around that. And then they go off. So that's what you get a lot of times where it's like, you can tell Justin's just like, yeah, I learned the guitar. And he's like smiling, like bobbing his head. And then Timbaland and Pharrell are just going ape shit on the drums and stuff. And then you're like, okay, I can, they're wrapping it up in a way that like, it works.
He does have a track with Alicia Keys that I might check out because that used to be my ex-wife. And then the first song is called "Filthy."
Yeah,
I gotta check that out. I don't like his album cover. It has alt-right all over it. I don't like it at all.
So funny.
I honestly would have respected this more. Well, let me ask you all because I haven't heard it. But is there more of a country feel on this album than it is like a R&B kind of feel?
Ironically, no.
No, it's kind of. I'm trying to think of the way to describe. You remember the kind of vibe that I got, and this on some of the songs is the way "Deliverance" sounded by Bubba Sparks.
Okay,
where it was clear, like you knew he was from the country, but but Timbaland was like, "Let me get these." He just compared
this album to Bubba Sparks. Fam, that is not an endorsement at all.
That's not good.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Bubba Sparks before College Park is pretty damn good. Bubba Sparks when Booty 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 was rocking everywhere is pretty trash.
Yes, absolutely. No, you're talking about when he was with Timberland.
Yeah, because the production was perfect for him. Yeah. And that's kind of what you can tell Timbaland and Pharrell had to work with is that he was like, I want to make an album that has a very like a southern country feel to it, but I want you guys to kind of take it and run with it and do what you want to do with it as far as like drums and everything like that.
Well, so you got that impression, and like I felt like I felt that the southern shit was kind of just sprinkled in the album. It still kind of came across like, okay, so I am glad that Timberland and the Neptunes finally share some production.
That is interesting.
On a Timberlake album, because Justified and then Future Sex Love Sounds.
Yeah, he normally switches back and forth. Is the way he normally works.
Future Sex Love Sounds. Ugh.
Like he does one album with Pharrell, then he goes to Timbaland, then he goes back.
Yeah,
That's usually the way he alternates. So when it came to this one, when they first previewed this album, I was like, is he going to go completely off and not going to have either one of them? Because that was immediately going to make me pull the ripcord, jump out the plane.
Right.
But the fact that I immediately started seeing him post videos and stuff with Timbaland and them in the studio still, I was like, okay, we'll be fine. And like I said, from the jump, I've said this 1,000 times, I will give it a higher rating because some of the beats on there are fucking great.
So I know he said bronze. What rating do you give it?
I have to go silver at least, at minimum.
Middle of the road, yeah.
Yeah. Just because specifically there's a track near the end that has this perfect bass to drum pattern ratio that as soon as because they keep doing this thing where they pull the drums out and stick to the melody, then when they drop the drum beat in, your face can do nothing but look like it smelled something that smells like rotting flesh. Like your face
what song is this?
Melts up and you're like the drums are just like, and you can't help but just kind of like do the Thriller shoulder thing. Like where he's like going around in circles. Like, period. Like,
So not getting your zipper jacket for this.
Tell me this. Y'all can pick any, we fantasizing right now. So anybody that's married, we're gonna put that to the side real quick. You could pick any woman in the world right now. She's coming over to your place. You have one chance not to mess this up. Are you throwing on that album?
It's not that kind of album. It's not that kind of album.
Is that what? Is that what you view as what Justin Timberlake is his main?
Yeah, is that his MO? Yeah.
No. I'm not done. If we driving to Vegas, it's 3 hours and 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'll pass you the aux cord.
Yeah.
You got one chance not to mess this up.
You only got
you
one
throwing
shot.
that on?
It depends on who's in the car.
It's us.
It's us?
Yeah, Big David driving.
I think I could do some strategic handles with the tracks to kind of like trick you. And,
see, it's too much. It's too much. That's not good. It's too much thinking.
If this was sequenced better, maybe. But nah, I don't view not this album. Maybe Justified or Future Sex Love Sounds. Maybe.
Well,
even 2020.
I mean, I know we all going to Vegas. It's nothing but testosterone inside the vehicle. But it's okay to listen to some R&B. If I say this, Confessions come on, are we skipping?
Yeah, fuck yeah. No, I'm not listening to Confessions.
Wait. You're not listening to Confessions?
Not with a bunch of dudes.
Well, I mean, I get
who
it.
in the car.
Like Confessions? Like, no.
I don't want to listen to that, though.
Like the album or the song?
Okay, but if we listen to any R&B song, album, and the windows are down, we all questionable. Okay?
No, I can't say that because if somebody throws D'Angelo on, bro, we gonna let that ride.
There's certain albums that you can.
I'm gonna let D'Angelo ride. I'm gonna let Erykah Badu ride. I mean, it's certain R&B.
So are we letting that Justin Timberlake ride?
I haven't listened to the album.
Well, now that you brought up Confessions, let me ask y'all this: Are you okay with hearing somebody low or in a low voice right near your ear? That's what it's made for. Do you feel comfortable hearing that on the
Everybody's got to be in their seatbelt.
How
in the back of their seats.
How would it
As long as they not looking at
Bass up, treble down.
Now, all I care about is if it's dope. That's all I care about.
Yeah, there are certain
there are tracks on Man of the Woods that are dope, but this whole album, nah, I'm not riding.
Yeah, not the whole thing. You can't. It's definitely not one that you can play front to back. I mean, you can, but it
okay. Let me ask, bro. I'm sorry. I mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I just want to know how many tracks are on the album.
It is 16.
16.
And how many out of those 16 do you think are like?
I think you could
really
probably.
good songs?
I think you could probably have trimmed it down to 11 or 12, and it would have been perfect.
How many songs are good?
How many songs are good?
11 or 12.
16. 11,
11,
12 out of
out of
16
16.
are good.
That's a good
Out of
album.
16, that's
Yeah,
like
classic.
classic. already.
Yeah, that's a
classic
good album.
Okay, if you feel that
No, it
way.
ain't classic.
Now
Hey, wait,
again,
no, whoa.
again,
That's a good album.
Investigation. You
That's
under
a good album.
investigation right now. You said 12 out of 16?
11 to
That's
12.
good album. That's a very good album.
That's a
very good
Michael.
album.
That's
I
a
can-
Michael Jordan shooting percentage right there.
Right, you know what I'm saying, bro?
But here's
Usually,
now-
any good album
now-
is better.
Now we've said
for-
this.
yeah.
Yeah, we've said this before on the show, just in general, is that like normally when we like talk about like something that's like classic, it's usually something that you can put on and you can just forget that you
Yeah.
put it on. Like you don't have to
Right.
look at Spotify for at least an hour.
Correct, front to back.
Yeah,
Yep.
which you can't. Now, one of the reasons you can't do that with this album is because the way the tracks are laid out. That's my only thing. Like, I would probably go in, eliminate what I wanted, and create the playlist I wanted. That means it can be classic because I have to go in and basically do.
You got to curate.
Yeah, I got to do curation and post production on my own time, which I shouldn't have to do. But there are albums that we've talked about before that you can just put on and fucking just walk away.
This is an hour. It's an hour and 6 minute album. So I don't
Which,
want
yeah.
to waste an hour of my life.
No, you and you don't have to. Like in the respect of your time, I'd be more comfortable sending you specifically the songs that you should check out. But then I would give it the preface because I'm telling y'all, when it comes to me, I'm biased in this way. If the beat has any semblance that I think is either interesting or like not or like dope or different, complex, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna give it a boost, even if they're not even if he's saying stupid shit, as long as he's in key.
Speaking of-
If he's in key, if he's in key, and the beat's
the
dope.
track names.
Yeah.
The track names are very. He got some track names on here that I'm like, all right, I got Sauce, Wave.
Yeah, like Wave.
It's
Wave is
Morning
dope. Has a
Light.
different sound. Living Off the Land is the one that has that crazy like drum beat.
I thought that's what you were talking
Montana.
about.
Montana is fucking funky.
Yes, it is.
That's
Montana.
that's racist though. That's racist.
What?
Man of the Woods. I
What?
don't like that one either.
What, Montana?
Oh yeah, that one's. I think that's ironically the weakest song in this whole album.
What, Montana?
The title
Living
track.
off the land.
Oh,
The
yeah,
title
Living off
track.
the land.
Yeah. What? No. The
Man of the Woods
Man of the Woods.
is the weakest song on this album.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I got a question. Is that a piccolo in Living Off the Land?
Yeah, because it's an intro skit thing, right? That plays in where you hear like
Yeah.
the people talking, like the mountain dudes talking. Yeah, it's like a skit thing that plays right before it.
All right,
And
I'm
then it
about to
goes
check
to
that
the
song. out real
Official
quick.
soundtrack of the Ozarks on Netflix.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly.
So you say 12 out of 16, bro. How
I'll
many?
say
How many
11.
do
I'll
you
say
say?
11. I'll say 11.
Okay. How many do you say, bro?
Just be
How many?
safe.
How many?
Web. Yeah. The only songs that I like is Say Something, but I got a problem with that one
Okay.
because, it might be a little bit of bias because Chris Stapleton's in that song.
Yeah.
But also
Okay.
this
Also
song,
100%.
yeah.
If you're talking about Chris, just know that there's going to be some bias in there from us. 100%.
But my problem with that song is that it's weird because this song is a direct response to culture appropriation claims that have been like when fake woke Twitter was going after Justin Timberlake.
Right.
He's trying to have a message kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
kind
want
of
to hear messages from Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
I
you know,
just don't.
it ain't too many R&B artists you really want to hear somebody ironically. Well, that's the problem. That's the thing with with this track, excuse me, is with Say Something is that he's talking about being tasked to actually speak up about some shit that he doesn't know 100% about.
Right.
Or at the same time, if he does try to say something, he's also getting slammed for being like, oh, hold on, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Right.
So it's kind of so with the song is more of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And it's just kind of
Well, that's
I'll
his
tell.
fault.
Yeah.
It's so funny. He said, oh no. Yeah,
But, like,
pretty much.
That's
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
but ironically, but that is one of my favorite songs on there. As he mentioned before, Montana. I like that song.
Yeah.
But that also reminds me a lot of Gust of Wind with
Yeah,
Pharrell and
yeah,
Daft Punk.
Absolutely.
I
yeah.
love that song.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. That's
Yeah.
my jam. Wait. Okay, so it sounds like that?
Yeah,
They got that sound
and
to it. They got that
that's
feel
the,
to it.
That's the interesting point.
okay.
That's the point where
It got
the
so
album
deep.
takes like a weird tonal shift too, where it goes to like it goes from like down home country shit or trying to like represent that Memphis sound, and then all of a sudden you get something like that, which is like it has that funkier kind of like you said, gust of wind. That's a very good comparison.
Yeah, Breeze Off the Pond. That's also done by the Neptunes.
Yeah,
that one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that one's good. That was good too. You can clearly get you can hear the Neptunes sound when those come in.
On those, okay. As a matter of fact, the Neptunes went from track 11 until 14, which was Living Off the Land, and then Timberlake takes over. Yeah. Ironically, I enjoyed more of the tracks that had the Neptunes, with the exception of Man of the Woods.
I did too.
More than I did the tracks that had Timberland in there. Yeah. Filthy being the worst offender.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I didn't like Flannel. That one was I can't stand that one.
So I don't like that one either.
Okay, so I got a bronze and I got a silver. Both of those ratings to me say that I should at least check it out.
I would check it out just off of GP now.
Yeah, just check it out. Like I said, you'll go in, there'll be songs that you're like, I'm not feeling this, but then there'll be songs you're like, okay, I can see myself listening to this again. And then just take the time, pick those out on Spotify, and just put them aside.
I would say once is good enough.
Yeah,
listening to it once is good enough. There's gonna be some tracks that you like. If you definitely like Gust of Wind or shit or those, I do. Then you'll like Montana. Damn, I just said it. Breeze Off the Pond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You might like Say Something, especially if you dig Chris Stapleton. You might like. I don't like Supplies. No. Montana, Breeze Off the Pond, Living Off the Land. So that's 4 tracks that I enjoyed out of 16. So that's why I gave it a bronze.
Yeah.
Okay. So where does this fall in his discography? What do you all have this one ranked?
It fallbacks. I guess
it's behind 2020.
Yeah, behind 2020, behind Justified, behind Future Sex Love Sounds.
Well, see, I put Justified over Future Sex Love Sounds.
Really?
See,
the only thing
I got to go back and listen to it, but from what I remember from when I first listened to it.
Justified was a good album.
Senorita and what's the name are the two that stand out, that only ones that I listen to on a regular basis when I go back to
deal too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And can anybody out there hear me? Was that Future Sex Love Sounds?
No, that was Future Sex. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Future.
Strawberry Bubblegum. I'm sorry, that was 2020.
That's 2020.
Yeah. No.
That was 2020.
So I view this as his weakest album.
That was part 1 of 2020.
Okay, so that means
I think this is probably his weakest album.
Till the end of time. Till the end of time was on
Future Sex Love Sounds.
Future Sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So probably weakest one he's put out since I guess Justified.
Okay.
Before Justified.
Get ready for that Super Bowl performance.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let me ask y'all a question real quick.
What's up?
Wearing that All Lives Matter attire.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
What was the best feature on this song? I mean, on this album.
I really didn't.
I think Chris Stapleton did better than Alicia Keys did.
Yeah, Chris Stapleton definitely. That's
Stapleton was
easy.
the best feature on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's only like 2 features.
Yeah, I think it's just Alicia and Stapleton.
Oh, I had to recheck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, especially having no rap guest verses too.
Yeah.
Also, kind of made me like, oh, hold on now.
Yeah, I know.
What a surprise!
Like, wait a minute, we had. I love how BTG's just like, yep, that's what I thought.
Has he had an album without a rapper on it? I don't think he's made an album without a rapper.
This might be the first one.
This looks like the first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gotta be careful. We only got light skinned Alicia Keys and Chris Stapleton in here. We gotta be
does he
light skinned Alicia Keys.
A hot 8 bars?
Black Twitter and Black Panther fans get his ass.
I don't put the Black Panther fans with fake woke Twitter on there.
Yeah,
man.
please.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're going to deal with that in a week anyway.
That's right. I'm gonna be there Friday morning.
Hey,
I can't wait.
That's about to happen.
Friday morning.
That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
Friday morning.
A great moment in Black history.
Oh, one of the best.
Yeah. So that kind of is where we're at on that album. So. The whole reason everybody has come here today, the whole reason everybody has gathered here in this great arena of debate is we had a little conversation probably, I guess, about a month or so ago, probably more.
Talk to him.
Where we kind of we were kind of going in depth on like best guest versus, and then we came to
because
the
of the Lupe versus Kendrick discussion.
Yeah.
And
we kind of
talk that shit.
That kind of
stemmed off.
Hold on, wait, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Goddamn. Everybody calm down.
Put the guns down.
Put the guns down. Everybody calm down. So
don't bring out the flamethrower.
Right? Yeah. Put the boring flamethrower down. So it stemmed from that conversation. Yeah, I know. I love it. it stemmed from that conversation, and then we kind of had to table it because we was like, we need to have more people on this discussion because we felt like, of course, we've talked, like we said, we talked to BTG before. We felt like he would have a good way to complement this conversation. And then, of course, now with Big Dave complement this conversation as well, especially because we have two people from completely different sides of the country as well, which helps the conversation because we got LA and Chicago represented.
Also
which,
very
of course,
very prominent hip hop areas too.
Absolutely. I was about to say has some of the best artists that we probably will come up in this conversation. But with that being said, we wanted to go in depth and kind of talk about favorite / best guest verses and artists that provide favorite / best guest verses. So I guess the best way to start, because this is a lot to navigate, if you can, just off the top of your head, we'll go around. If you guys have it ready, if you guys can, off the top of your head.
I got mine.
Okay, we'll do 5. If you have, off the top of your head, 5 artists that you think that have the best as far as guest verses
my
go.
go-tos.
Yes, 5. We'll start with 5, then we'll expand it from there. If you want to do 3, because I'm trying to think right now, and I'm kind of trying to put them together, but I don't want to rush it. So, since Brent, you said you want to do 3, that's fine. So Brent,
no, bro. Like I told you, I'm a music fiend, bro.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. We'll do that, 3 to 5. So
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Dave, you want to start?
So yeah, either Dave start or Brent start, either one, because I know Brent said he's got his ready. Dave, you seem like you got yours ready.
I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. So I thought about it for a minute when you said this, and there are definitely artists that are just great when they come on the track. You know, it's great when you can recognize their voice. It's great when you hear them. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the ones who just automatically take the song. Like Jay-Z is good at that. Jay-Z is good at being on your track, and he's good at making it his. He's excellent at making it his. So I give kudos to Jay. Jay does that. Whenever I've heard Jay on a guest verse, Jay-Z stands out.
Tell me one Jay-Z guest verse.
I'm sure there is, which is why he's not on my list.
Swerve.
Boy, he just made everybody's knees slam together. God, he just shook the whole group.
Let's just throw the tables and the ladder inside.
He'll be in the top 10, no question about that.
We need a fillet to sit there and announce that.
Good Lord.
Off the top of my head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Black Thought almost made it, but Black Thought had an unforgivable guest verse on Pun album that I still ain't got over. Okay. It was like LeBron when he played the Mavericks. I still ain't gotten over that. But I would say I love when 2 Chainz is guest version on the song. I've heard Chainz steal a song from actual dudes who I think rap way better than him.
Absolutely.
But Chainz comes on and steals the song. Like, you remember Mercy. Yeah. Mercy is a great example. Yeah. Okay, you got Pusha T, you got Sean, you got Kanye on the song, and the dude who stands out to me on that song is Chainz.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot. Okay. That says a whole lot about him. I think J. Cole is good also on guest verses.
Is he on your list?
He stands out. Jay is ahead of him. Jay-Z's ahead of him. No question.
No. Who's on the list?
On the list. Number 1. Well, you know what? I'm gonna build up to that. Okay. I'll give you 5. Jay-Z, I'll put Jay at 5. Give me Jay at 5.
And he brought it back.
Yeah, I brought it back.
But Jay's back?
I'll say I'm wrong. Yes. I'll bring Jay at 5. He's back. Because Jay is special. Because of he's been in it for a long time. Mm-hmm. And he makes me excited when I'm like, oh, Jay-Z's on your song? Oh shit.
That's a cosign.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's like.
Ooh, I can't wait till y'all tag me.
I love hear this. I'm like, yes.
Well, next, BTG. One of y'all.
I think I put Common on here. Common is definitely in my top 5.
Oh, really?
Up on the song, you can call that, bro. That's not bias. That's longevity. The proof is in that pudding. When Common come on your song, your bars better be right because Common is coming to take it. Period. You better have it right. You better have it ready. Big Crit. When Big Crit comes on a song, Big Crit will take your song. I've heard when I heard One Train You ever, One
Thank
Train
you.
with the ASAP?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, you got
Oh,
every
my God.
MC on here. I mean, incredible MCs on here, and guess who went last? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, guess who's the dude that goes last?
They knew
It's
how to
Crit.
get. They knew they had to get out of his way.
They were like,
Hey.
no, man, Crit, you got this, bro. Like, we gonna get up out the way on here. But
Verse is really good.
the
God.
best.
I'm just thinking
the
about it in my
best-
head. I'm just thinking about it in my head. That verse is
best.
ridiculous.
I have no doubt about for myself who I think the best dude on a guest verse is. And he takes the song no matter what, every single time. He's the one that stands out. He's the one. The best guest verse rapper, in my opinion, is Busta Rhymes.
Really?
I didn't see that coming.
Wow,
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Okay.
Every
Ooh.
single
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
time.
Yo,
You can't
I-
name me a song
I'll tell you
he's
this.
been on
I'll
that
tell-
you can think of right now that he ain't stand out. The man had an intro on Missy's album and stood out. He did the intro
true. That's true.
and stood out.
That's
He
a
was
fact.
like,
Was it-
yo,
was that
no,
the cookbook?
this is mine.
No.
You know, we're talking,
That's
he
it.
has a Flavor in Your Ear remix. That's Biggie,
Oh, yeah.
L. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are LL Cool. Like, these are
That
MCs.
verse.
And guess who goes last?
That verse is
Guess who
absurd.
goes last and takes the song? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He took the
Scenario.
song. You
Yeah.
can bring
scenario.
scenario.
I mean, you got scenario.
Took the song.
Here's
You can bring it to now. You want to bring it to the Chris Brown.
here's a
Look
deep
at me
cut.
now joint with Lil Wayne. You can take it to that.
I can't do the verse off the top of my head.
Here's
now.
a deep
You know,
cut.
but-
Here's kind of a
people
B side
try-
one.
Go ahead, bro. I'm
B
sorry.
side. No, sorry. I was just gonna say a B side one is him, Wayne, and Q-Tip on that I forgot the name of the damn song. Shit, it just slipped my head. Hold on, let me look it up. Go ahead.
But when Busta Rhymes, even on old Tribe songs, I don't know if y'all heard the song called 1212
Yeah.
by Tribe Called Quest. And Busta Rhymes, bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Saying bye, bye, bye.
Yeah, absolutely.
Busta Rhymes came on and said, this is my song. You know what I mean? He takes any song he is on and makes it his. On Rhapsody's album, they had to just give him his own song. They were like, yo,
Yeah.
we're not even going to go ahead and, you know what, Busta, go ahead and just, do what you do on this. He's on that album twice. Like, they make a song out of his voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how great of a dude he is, man. So,
Your list
I got-
is solid. That list is solid.
Yeah, it's good. Some
Um,
unexpected ones in there.
one honorable mention, and
Yes.
if this is anybody's, Teddy D wanted me to say DMX.
Okay.
I thought about X too. Yeah, X
I did
was
too.
a song also. 24 Hours to Live, Money, Power, Respect.
Yeah.
X,
Money,
even
Power,
Money, Cash, Hoes. Like X will come on and take your song, and those are songs
track on
with
Rush Hour.
Oh yeah, the track on Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
X is great at making me like a song that I think is whack.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, I hate this beat. Oh, I don't like this artist on it. Oh shit, here come X. Oh, let me listen to this. You know, X is great at that. But nobody, in my opinion, does it like Busta Rhymes.
Did X and Common ever have a song together?
Oh, you just made me sad.
No. I was thinking about Busta and Common. No.
You just made
I
me
don't
sad.
think X and Common have
I know, right?
together. And they have a song with everybody, especially Common. Common has so many verses
Well-
with so many MCs, but he for real, I don't know. I'd probably name you two songs. I'd be like, yeah, Common lost that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a lot of songs I can name where I'm like, yeah, Common lost. Or it's not a lot of songs I can say, well, Jay lost. Or I can say, well, Busta lost. It's not a lot.
Right.
Right.
Not a lot.
Very
All
nice.
right.
Two.
So I got
What you got?
Big Dave's in the chat. No, I'm gonna hear from BTG. I'm
Okay.
here from BTG real quick.
Y'all throwing me in the fire already?
Yeah.
Yo, you ready?
I'm ready.
Shoot your shot.
So I got
Shoot it.
five.
All right.
I believe Jeezy can jump on anybody's track and kill
Paint
it.
Snowman.
And he's probably
Hey.
1A or 1B like top ad libs of all time.
It's true.
Sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Kanye used him just in the. I thought he was. I was so mad that Jeezy wasn't on. Fucking. What's the
Can't
name?
tell me nothing.
Yeah, I was like, really? Like, what? I was like, is he gonna come in? And oh, okay, you just used his
My
ass.
favorite Kanye song, too. It's my favorite one.
Whoa. Wait.
After Jeezy, I have to say Fab. Why? Because
nice.
Fab has arguably blended in every different era after the late 90s. He stayed relevant. He's 40, sounding like 26.
Yeah.
And he can adapt to any track. He will push the commercial tracks talking about females and this, that, and the third. But his gutter tracks, oh my God, Summertime Shootout, like I think he could hop on anybody's track and own it. That's my young gunner.
Okay.
Now we get into the heavyweights.
Over Styles P?
Styles P.
Well, I got Jadakiss over everybody.
The ghost.
Okay. My bad. Let me fall back. Let me listen to yours. My bad. Let me fall back.
Jadakiss to me has never had a bad verse. Ever. Never had a bad verse. Now his albums overall, they're questionable.
Right.
But his mixtapes, him and Fab, are better than most albums.
Yeah, he's good. That's why I still. I mean, I know it's universally pretty much decided, but a lot of people consider him one of the most underrated hip hop artists. Like, period.
Oh, he keeps calling himself top 5 dead or alive. So I mean, if he keeps bigging himself up,
he's in my group of dudes. If I put in the cage and you got to rap your way out, he's always on the list. Like, he's coming out the cage. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, he's coming.
Well, I'll put it to you like this: in a one-on-one match, I'm taking Jada over. I'm taking it. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking him over Jay-Z.
Okay, I got Jay-Z, but I ain't
over Common.
Khan will kill and Khan will destroy it.
Oh no! Don't you say that?
Don't keep questioning people's countdowns, man.
Yeah, stop.
Quit questioning people's picks.
My bad. That's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to
let them get them on
a little bit. My bad.
The next guy I got. I think he's considered a heavyweight, although I know I'm trying to tell him right now. I'm going to say Pusha T.
Ooh, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a great
only reason I'm gonna tell you this. It's a lot of different reasons, but the main reason is if Hove call you for a feature, then you special.
Yeah,
because he's not gonna have just anybody on his track.
Right.
Very true.
And then the last but not least, we gotta wake the sleeping giant. Past couple of years, he's been questionable, but overall, you cannot deny if that white boy get on your track, he's ripping that shit up.
Especially Renegade.
Yeah, especially Renegade.
Yeah, exactly.
My God.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah.
The only reason M doesn't, you know what? It's hard for me to disagree with that because people don't put him on their track for that reason. You know, because they're like, Eminem's going to take my song. He's, nobody will remember I'm on it.
Or you got to go back, and redo your verse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He'll make you start over.
But then again, 2 Chainz made Eminem rewrite his damn verse for Chloroseptic.
He did.
Yeah,
this is true. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which I never thought I would hear ever in my life.
Right.
Sometimes I just want to hear. I want to hear certain cats just because of their intro, their voice. It's even some new cats that I could throw in there. They're not considered in the heavyweight class yet, but I want to hear a Nipsey. Kendrick is on his way.
Kendrick's on the list. Kendrick could be on my list.
There's one guy that I like. It seems like the world is like against. Half of the world is with him. Half of the world is against him. But I also like Logic.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, you got it though, Logic in there. Yeah. I mean, even not on.
We still talking about guest verses?
Yeah, not on guest things. Yeah, not on guest verses. I wouldn't say because he hasn't really. You got to think
you got to give him a
almost.
chance though.
I heard him on the Suicide Squad joint and his verse on there. I was like, it was kind of forgettable. Like I remember Wayne and Wiz Khalifa more than I remember you, and that's
the guy right there, Lil Wayne too.
That's not good. Yeah, Wayne.
We were about to get to that because Brent's about to go. Trust me.
I know. Am I in there?
I know my brother.
Okay, we'll just go straight up then. All right, then we're gonna go Wayne off top because we got mixtape Wayne. We got
absolutely.
But I'm gonna get the other half of this. You can't feel my face. Jules Santana.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Santana.
I can't think of a bad verse Jules is dropped on somebody as a feature. Like he normally bodies whatever song
He was
whoever he's
that,
on.
What was that Chris Brown song? That first Chris Brown song?
Hey, Joel
yeah.
Santana. Joel
Run
Santana,
it.
best
Run
verse.
it, yeah, run it.
You think you can run it, run it.
Killed it.
Joel
on a R&B
Santana,
song.
best verse
Chris
of
knew what he
all
was doing.
time to me was Bentley Benz or Bentley.
Ooh.
Was
Bentley
it
Benz.
Beamer
Benz
Benz
or
or
Bentley.
Bentley?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I think that was his
a
best
good one.
verse.
Yeah, that was.
I
a good
thought
one.
his best was is it Diplomatic Immunity?
Ooh.
Today's a new day. Got the brulee up in the suitcase. Go uptown to Harlem. Tell them that I seen you.
Oh, yeah,
That joint-
Oh, why can't I see
Yeah,
that verse
that
in my
is
head?
true.
I was waiting for somebody to chime in with him. It was
Call my
like,
squad. Have
Aye.
them sent them.
yeah.
Hey, we
goodness.
actually watched him grow up because him starting out, he was pretty trash when he first
Man,
started
I can't
out.
say that. I won't say that.
I don't say completely
Hey,
trash.
but he still has
was-
one of the best in the basements.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
whole
he
nother
rap.
story.
What else you got?
So-
Rap.
I got what Wayne.
Yep.
I got Joel Santana.
Yep. Dipset.
I'm gonna drop one from the South.
Okay.
okay.
Luda.
Ooh, Lou.
Yes,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
All right. Luda.
Good
That's
one.
a-
Good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice.
That's a
He
good one.
he made me stop listening to was it Memphis's own they used to be in G Unit on that TIP
Young Buck.
Young Buck.
Young Buck.
Young Buck.
Oh,
He made me
nice.
stop listening to the Young Buck. Put
Okay.
his verse on there.
Okay.
Plus that was a diss.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like each year in, year out, generation, like Luda always, when he comes on a track, he don't play no games.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna leave T.I. alone just in case somebody else wants to go that route. But
It was an honorable mention.
yeah, it's an honorable mention. But I'm gonna drop Missy
Okay.
because I feel like when she does pop in a song, she's kind of like 3K. Like you gonna get
Whoa.
some hot.
Whoa.
What?
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh,
Go ahead.
no.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, Monique.
No?
Uh-oh,
I'm
Monique.
sorry. Bro, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm
I'll
sorry.
say
I'm
out.
sorry.
Okay, no, fuck it. I'll say out. Like, there's more people out
You
there.
just
Please
said
drop it on.
Missy and Andre 3000
No,
together.
you just said Monique and Dave Chappelle. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I just said.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ.
Whoa.
Really?
Not that much. Golly, BTG.
when-
Jesus
I agree.
What do you mean
Christ,
she not
man.
dropping hot verse? As a feature.
That's kind of what you did.
Oh,
She
man.
she did a thing with I'll recheck on that one. I'll recheck on that. But I'm not.
Truthfully, you need to,
I'm
but
not against
funny.
her being
Yeah, that's
there.
funny.
I'm
But I was
saying,
actually saying that you don't get too many features of her on a track. So when it does happen, like
It's a
never
thing.
mind, don't even matter.
Yeah,
So
go ahead,
3K.
go ahead. You're good.
We'll just slide Missy out since everybody, the whole panel.
now it's your pick, bro.
Yeah, it sure is. It's
It
yours,
was
man.
just when
It's
you
yours,
said
man.
her in 3000 where I was like, whoa, hold
You-
on. But no, I'm not against Missy being
Yeah.
up. Missy will take your song. I agree.
You know, you
Yeah.
gotta be.
Oh, but I was talking about they just not on there all the time. Like
Yeah.
they don't drop a song all the time, so they pop out very like sparingly.
Yeah.
And then I got 3K as my fifth.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Okay.
Oh, damn. I wanted
Okay.
Kanye.
Some-
Okay.
And Kanye written down too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
but
yeah.
those are mine.
Those are good ones, man. I don't disagree with any of that. I also want to send a shout out to Mystical too. I think Mystical is great on
Here
the
I go. Here I go.
Yeah, I've heard them take songs like even to make them say
Yeah.
just it's like, yep, this is my song. He took that.
I don't
It ain't
give a
my-
fuck by Lil Jon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
my song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't my fault. He was like, yep, this is my song.
Ain't my
Like,
fault.
Bam, bam, bam,
Are,
bam.
are we putting Cassidy up
Bam,
in there?
bam.
I can't think of a Cassidy guest verse.
Yeah, I can think. I always think
Yeah.
of him by himself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was on there on the remix of the what was the joint with Snoop Dogg? Who else was on?
On the Rough Riders album.
I don't know.
Was it on the Rough Riders anthem?
Hey, it was
It was with Mr. Biggs,
Okay.
Snoop, Swiss Beats.
Swizzy.
Damn, I forgot the name. Damn, I'm getting up there. This was like 20 years ago.
Right.
I forgot my third person. Oh, Luda.
Yeah, you said Luda. So Luda's
Webb or Gary? Who y'all have?
I'll do mine if you want. Then Webb, you can go last if you want, because mine's pretty quick, straightforward, I guess. But
IG.
first off the top has to be 3 Stacks.
Okay.
Nasty. Yep.
Probably after that, I'm gonna throw Kanye in it too. I believe that's where I'm gonna
That's a
put
good
him.
one.
That's good.
Wayne 3. Ooh, 4 gets sketchy. Now I'm gonna see if y'all let me do this for 4.
We not.
Stone him.
Y'all
would.
probably won't because y'all probably think of him more as R&B than y'all do hip hop. But CeeLo.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Actually,
What do you think?
Get away with that.
You think so?
actually,
Okay.
I'm cool with that. I'll rock with
Well,
that.
have you in due time? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'll rock with that.
Okay, all right. And then
Liberation.
I was
Shit,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
wondering if I could get away with that one.
You can get away with that unicorn.
Yeah. And then 5, I think I would. 5, I want to either do Common or Scarface, and I can't.
Ooh, where you gonna
Scarface.
I can't decide which one. Yeah, because I don't want to be
Scarface
South biased, but I feel like I could squeeze in Scarface probably on that one.
Don't
I feel
even worry
like
about
I feel like Common's been
Scarface.
represented, and I feel like
Scarface
Scarface
is the
needs
man
to
up in these parts. Bro.
Yeah, like Scarface. I mean, he's like
Scarface.
he's a legend, especially
Yes.
as far as underground hip hop goes. But
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, I
As a guest
think that would
verse,
be
yes.
I think it would be my 5.
I mean, he got on the song with Jay-Z and stood out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This can't be life. Yo,
Yeah.
Face was on that joint. You was like, oh shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
and I
Like,
mean, and there's even other ones like honorable mentions off the top of my head, like Freeway,
Chic
like a lot of God, man, yeah, really, that's great. Like a lot of that early, like at early Rockefeller days shit, like a lot of that stuff I considered like features and stuff. But yeah,
You know
Rose,
what?
honorable mention or make it.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm not a fan at all, but as long as he stays as a feature, I can rock with him. And I'm going to say, I can't believe I'm saying this. No disrespect to the '90s, but I'm going to say Future.
okay, yeah, I could see that.
As-
That's
as
kind of
as a feature.
explain that to me.
as a feature. Yeah, I could see that.
As getting you more money and more profile, I can see it. But are we talking about like he's just coming on spitting hot fire?
No. He could do the hook.
I was like, his
You know,
production that he brings.
Oh, okay. If we're doing that, then Nate Dogg I got Nate Dogg over here.
But does he count
that's
as a? We're doing rappers. Does he count as a rapper though? That's where I was worried about on CeeLo
Well, shit.
because Nate Dogg always
CeeLo
sung.
started it.
No,
or-
CeeLo
Well,
rap.
I know.
Yeah,
CeeLo
CeeLo
raps. Yeah, but Nate Dogg always sung. So that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he does.
Yeah.
But if he's saying Future, I'm gonna bring in Nate Dogg, man.
We leaving him out. We leaving him too.
We'll
Works.
leave him out.
That works.
Your
Well,
pick is
what
your
about-
pick, man. Your
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
is your
What
pick.
about Method Man?
Meth's got some good, but
You know what? He's better as a feature than he is a solo. I agree with
I'm
that.
trying to think what album.
But when I think Method, and then I think of Redman.
Redman,
Yeah, I think of Redman.
Redman was special.
Lil Kim?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Kim,
That's-
Kim's got some classic.
Run a
verses.
rumble with the B, huh? She got one of the best versions of all time.
Right. Even on Quiet Storm, she started out on a song with Mobb Deep.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah, that's
saying?
true.
I'm a leader. Y'all on some following shit.
Yeah,
Coming to this game on some modeling shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's a great pick.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, Webb, what you got, bro?
Well, hell, nothing
finish us off.
nothing that don't repeat what y'all do.
Right.
I'm doing 3. Honorable mention, T.I.
Okay.
Just on account of like he's able to accompany a rapper or a singer and still complement the song.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as being able to be smooth for the R&B and be able to go hard for the rappers.
I'll give you that.
At number 3, I put Ludacris, ironically,
Ludo.
because he's able to do the exact same thing, but he outshines T.I. on Young Buck Stomp.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so
sure.
true. That's true.
Sure.
And so he's able to sit there and be on the R&B side. He's able to be on the hip hop side. You, as far as whenever he always delivers when it comes to a guest verse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the youngest are probably still. Oh wait, the guy from Fast and Furious. It was like, yeah, he used to.
Yes,
he
the
used to
guy
do
from
the,
Fast and Furious.
he used to do shit before then.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
At
Is
number
that a
2,
coworker that said that?
No, he was just saying that's what youngins would say if they see. They're like, "Oh, the guy from Fast and Oh, okay."
If somebody says it to you, don't be friends with them. Unless they're your kids, then don't be friends.
Unless they own a flamethrower.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
And then be friends with them.
Right. Flamethrower, dab, fidget spinner.
Yeah.
At number 2, I went ahead and put Busta Rhymes on there.
Okay.
I mean,
nice.
yeah, as we mentioned before, like as far back as Scenario,
Yeah, that's, I mean,
and all the way up to the point where he's on Layla's Wisdom.
yeah.
Yes.
As
His
you know,
depth is ridiculous. That's the thing.
yeah, as far as for him to be doing it for so long and always deliver, I've always got him on there. And also another person that can transition between R&B and rap. Started thinking, well, he probably can't do it live anymore like Mariah Carey, but but that song came to mind.
Yep.
And at number 1, I had 3000,
3 racks.
specifically for the fact that he always delivers, and it's not very often when he provides a guest verse.
Yeah.
And is that rarity and that level of talent is to go from there.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead. I was going to say that was kind of one of the things I remember us discussing when we first had done this and came up with the topic was we were trying to go back and forth on how much does that matter as far as pretty much like inflating a percentage.
Like rarity.
Rarity. If you're like guest versing every day, like every week there's a new guest verse from you, but you can kind of
From Lil Wayne to 3000.
Yeah, exactly. So you got these kind of like variations of success rate met with overall just attempt.
Batting average.
So
Yeah, it's
I
literally
wanna throw
batting
two
average.
people
It's
in
literally batting average. But what was you gonna say, Brent? As far as like one more?
there. My bad to cut you off. I want to throw two people in there.
Yeah.
The Game.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I was just about to say him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
The
nobody had
Game
him in
is
there.
Yeah.
crazy, and it just clicked. I was like, The Game is crazy. He would probably be like my 6th or 7th. And what do y'all think about 50 Cent? He had a run where
Solid.
I wouldn't
solid.
say he had,
I don't. Yeah, he wouldn't make my list, but I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I mean,
not mad at
I'm not putting him in. I'm just throwing the
Mason
name
make
out
it.
there.
I think
Mace?
Mason make it before.
You know,
before
there-
him.
And there's also one more guy. I'm sorry,
what
I
about Cameron over
just
Mace?
didn't mention him, man.
Yeah,
but there's
Cameron
one
over
more
Mace.
guy. There's one more dude we failed to mention, man, who steals a song every time he's on it, and that's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time Snoop Dogg is on a song,
He's been on a
He
lot of
takes it.
shit too.
a ton.
I would
It stands
say
out.
this. It's two different type of cats that we like that can take over a track. If you could blend in and sound like the track, or if you can control the track with
Stand
how
out.
you rap. Yeah, like a Jadakiss and Jay-Z, they can control it. Whatever the tempo is, they can slow it down and just wordplay how they want to do it. But then you got the Fabulous and you got the Ludacris who could blend in with the track.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
On that topic, what are y'all's favorite songs where the guest verse stole the show?
Oh,
The first
man,
one is-
that's an excellent question.
First one that comes to mind for me is, I guess, because it's recent too. It helps. Is the, Big Sean song where Kendrick just came on and left
Control?
Body Bags. Yeah, I mean that's probably the most recent one that pops in my head, and I'm like, duh, because that was one of the ones that now whenever we talk about guest verses and Kendrick comes up, that to me is the reason why Kendrick first pops into my head personally. Because he guest versed on there, and literally everybody else was like, well, "Fuck you, Kendrick, really?" Like, now I still got to release this song, you motherfucker. Like if I was Sean, I'd
Got everybody in their feelings too.
yeah, right, yeah. Everybody was mad at that verse. Everybody
Yeah.
was mad at that verse.
Upset. You're
Like
absolutely
everybody, like from Pusha T to everybody. Like,
Every-
everybody was like, "For real? I thought we." Oh,
It's true.
All right, whatever.
I would say one guy who popped out when you said that was Jay Electronica. I love when Jay Electronica appears on somebody's album. I'm looking forward to it every single time, and he hasn't disappointed me yet.
That's good.
On
Except
somebody's
for an
guest
album
appearance.
release.
Yeah, except for
No, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. Those
We don't
are
talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. You know what I mean? We're gonna discuss that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say him, and you know what? CeeLo's In Due Time, as I mentioned earlier, is one of my favorite guest verses ever because I know it by heart.
Yeah.
It's one of those I love that verse on there, man. And CeeLo was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
On that guest verse, man. But yeah, there's a lot, but those two stuck out in my head when you said that.
New now, as far as artists, I can't see. I'm trying to think. I keep thinking of more artists, but I can't think of songs. But I mean, one of my other, I guess, favorite songs from recently is off Tyler's album,
Flower Boy.
Flower
The
Boy.
track.
Who That Boy is the track with A$AP Rocky. I think I always like when A$AP Rocky shows up on stuff. And even Ferg, I like Ferg too. But yeah, A$AP Rocky. Whenever A$AP Rocky comes in, I like him usually on most of his stuff, and I definitely like that. That Flower Boy, that Who That Boy track is, yeah, I like that a lot.
I got while y'all were talking about this, I got 3 that came to mind. Number 3, Renegade, as we mentioned previously, where Eminem just pretty much took just took Jay-Z shit.
So give me that.
He did.
He pretty much. The second one, which made me a fan of this person, and made me look more into him, and I'm glad I did, was when Killer Mike sit there and just took the whole world from Outkast.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, that's
Just stick with the slime. Words of diamond, dug out of mine, spit a polish. Look at this shine, glitter, glisten. It was like, yeah, I can do that whole damn verse.
I catch him running like Randy Moss.
Yeah, that's a good
Bitch
one.
off like a brand new house. I'm rolling no scones, like Gavin no ghost.
But the best thing about that part after the Randy Moss line is because everything drops out except for the piano, and it's just like doo, 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 like the happy little piano is just like carrying, like, and Killer Mike is just fucking just lowering his shoulder and running through everybody on the fucking field. It's ridiculous.
It sounded like his voice just sounded like they gave him the ball and said, "Go get the first down."
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what it sounded like.
Some
He
Jerome
ran for
Bettis
like
shit.
on some bus.
Right,
Yeah,
he just ran over like 4 people, 60 yards. That's exactly what it sounded
3,000 in the back just playing the piano on the sideline.
Right.
Yeah, we told y'all get out of the way, but y'all still on the field for some reason. Y'all didn't think he was gonna do it. Y'all didn't think he was gonna do it.
And
that's a really
on
good
that same topic, or the same people, my number 1 favorite, obviously, International Players Anthem, or International Players Anthem with Andre's verse, kicking it off.
Yeah, and that's where that actually song made me have trouble with, because I was kind of going back and forth between UGK and Scarface on that last one for mine, because I was thinking about International Players Anthem and then the fucking insane amount of mixtapes and everything that UGK's been on. And then also think about, when you think about that same underground plane, but on the other side of the country, E40 as well.
Yeah.
Because he's
Fonzarelli.
Yeah. And as far as he's one of those people where his percentage, like, is so high because of the amount of songs that he does, and his longevity is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. His own language. I will always respect him for having his own
Yeah.
language, his own style.
And I don't know if it speaks for the rest of you guys, but he's one of those people, when you hear him on the song, you're like, oh, you start like smiling, kind of like, yeah, like, it's like it's one of those, you're like, yeah, I'm probably gonna laugh, or I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's
you know it's him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the drunk uncle made it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm so
you get excited. Like,
it's like my eyes been stitched together with stitches.
But I want to, like, this counts as, I don't know if this counts as a guest. I guess it counts as a guest verse because it's a guest verse on an album, but he had his own song. But the solo reprise off of Frank Ocean's latest album, Blonde, where Frank Ocean literally just gave 3,000 a track, is probably one of his best verses, period. And that's probably one of the ones that sticks out to me too, because that verse is, I mean, it's like, it's one of those where you listen to the part and then you have to go back and you listen to like the intricate parts, like the way he's connecting stuff, and you're just like, what the, like, who thinks like that? Like how did you think like that and turn it into words and put a beat, like it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that's great. I love the story behind International Players Anthem that we've talked about before, where Pimp C was mad at 3,000 for taking the drums out. Like, they sent, that's the whole story. Is like Pimp C and them, like, they sent the beat to 3,000 and Big Boy, and he took the drums out and wrote his verse. So he had that intro, and what's his name, Bun B had to convince Pimp C not to be pissed off at him. that it actually worked really well. And then by the end, by the time they finally got it together, Pimp C was like, all right, fine, whatever. But he was like super mad at first, which is great. But it worked so well. Like that structured the song perfectly, and the video too.
Oh wow!
But yeah, so yeah, that was great. So we have our multiple lists, pretty much revolving around, I would say, about a close general consensus of MCs. Like we pretty much have there's a lot of overlap. There's a lot of honorable mentions that overlap.
I'm sorry. One more honorable mention.
Go ahead.
Shout out to MF Doom.
Ooh, nice.
MF Doom on the honorable mention
That's
special also.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Two more.
Go ahead.
Jada Kiss on Groovy Tony, and then
nice.
And then you got this is the family. Fabulous verse. The last verse on This Is the Family.
Okay, got you.
Man.
He said, and I quote, "Ain't that his baby sis? Get up in this baby, miss, before I pull his curtain, start squirting like baby piss."
That's good. I like that.
Can't argue that.
So yeah,
Shout out Inspector Deck also.
Yeah.
But all right, let me stop this because this is going.
So yeah. I mean, we could go on for days, but yeah. So everybody at home, take the time out if you get a chance. Give us your 3 to 5 top favorite guest verses, like artist wise, and then also give us like guest verses as far as songs too. And you can post those and let us know what you guys think, of course, as always.
Cardi B.
Yeah, she stole
what's that new song?
G-Eazy song.
Yeah. So
that's not hard though.
Yeah, right.
Very true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, very true.
With that being said, I just want to say thank you to BTG and Big Dave for being on with us. We appreciate you guys very much. BTG for the second time.
Sport.
Yeah, BAWL. Go
hit the audience with the contact again.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
You can find us at BAWL Sports, BAWLsports.com. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on TuneIn Me, we're on Google Play Podcasts, we're on everywhere. And also, I want to say that on February 15th and February 22nd, we'll be doing our first ever live remote. And we'll be doing it from Peace Pizza here in Chicago. PIECE Pizza. It's great pizza. We're pizza fans too. We talk a lot about pizza on our show.
Very nice.
So y'all can come on out and hang out with us. We're gonna be talking a lot of foolishness as we do on here, and it's gonna be a fun time. So February 15th at 7 and February 22nd at 7 o'clock, both in the evening. Peace Pizza, BAWL Sports, Big Dave. Shout out to my man Chris, aka C-Dub. We're gonna be there. So check us out, ballsports.com.
Cool. BTG, where can they find you at, my brother?
I am currently sitting on the floor petting my dog. I have a box of Fruity Pebbles staring at me, and my wife is breaking up lobster, and she's feeding it to me.
Ooh,
you living the dream.
Right.
That sounds like a Rick Ross lyric right there.
Yeah, that's
Right. I was like,
right.
I'm not lying. I'm about to take a picture of this. I'm going to send it to y'all. Baby the Great at, on Twitter, IG. Find us in the sports thread. I dare anybody jump in that sports thread right now. Okay, I welcome anybody. Do it.
Y'all got
and
got
come with them verses.
Y'all got
Come
stuff to
with them
discuss
verses.
too, man. Y'all got stuff to discuss. All the sports shit going on.
don't do it.
Open run with BTG. I also have my own sports show. Look out for the next show. Life Without Scotty. Chicago's gonna love this.
Very nice.
And of course, BTG for president, where I talk about random stuff like getting fed lobster.
Sounds good. Very nice.
Is it dipped in butter before it's handed to you?
I'm gonna take the picture right now. You think I'm lying?
I don't think you lying. I'm just asking. I'm trying to live vicariously.
That's perfect.
Right, the Ross life.
Guys, again, thank you guys so much. Thank you. We appreciate you guys joining us. We'll definitely have to have you guys back on as soon as possible. As always, guys, thank you guys for listening to us each and every week. Hear it. Your mama's favorite podcast.
What?
We will see you guys next time.
OafDiscussions.com. Please like and subscribe and give a 5-star review if you liked it, or give a 1-star review if you hated it. At least
leave
let
the
us
address
know.
so we
Let
come
us
holler at
regardless.
Don't have 1 stars in you.
Thank
It only
you.
accepts 5.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
Peace.
Till next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been OAF Discussions. Please listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play now, Stitcher, audio episodes on YouTube as well. And so that's all we have today. Thank you very
guys.
much for listening, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Appreciate it. Peace.
There we are. OAF Discussions Pioneers.
Quickly.
Confirmed.
Make the meme and then put the @ big thing on there with the stupid little graphic like every other goddamn internet comedian does. We got to get these views, baby.